Today is the anniversary of a very big day in Cleveland history. On this day in 1993, the groundbreaking was held for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Over the course of the past 30 years, the Rock Hall has not only served as an economic engine for the city, but also opened up doors worldwide. News 5's John Kosick has a closer look.
On June 7, 1993, they gathered in a cleared spot at the water's edge at the end of East 9th Street, hard hats, shovels in hand, to break ground on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
3, 2, 1!
On hand that day, rock royalty, Chuck Berry, Billy Joel, and Pete Townsend of The Who.
It's a great day, I think, for this ground. We're breaking ground. It's fun. I'm happy about it.
Cleveland raised eyebrows back then when they pledged to put up $65 million of the Hall's $92 million construction cost. The return on that investment?
Since we opened our doors, our economic impact to this region has been over $2 billion. It was a smart bet, and the city's had this jewel for the last 28 years.
That economic impact is generated by 500,000 visitors a year, 80% of whom visit from out of town, folks like the Willinghams of Nashville. They're here for 3 days, 2 nights to see the Rock Hall and the rest of the city for the first time.
It's one of my major bucket lists.
Studies show visitors to the Rock Hall like them spend an average of $349,000 a day at our hotels, restaurants, and shops. Numbers enhanced this summer by the 55 cruise ships coming to Cleveland, bringing folks like the Robinsons of Florida who arrived this morning on one. The Rock Hall is a must-see excursion.
I think that was one of the highlights.
Yes.
That people thought.
Beyond the financial aspect, the Rock Hall helped to change over the last 3 decades the very perception of Cleveland that 30 years ago was still associated with fires on the river and 10-cent beer night.
All of us that travel, when you tell people you're from Cleveland, they immediately say Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And it's helped the city land major events like the RNC, the NFL Draft, and others. Harris says having the 30th anniversary of the groundbreaking this year is fitting,
Because we're going to be breaking ground real soon on an expansion, and that's for the next 30 years.
a $100 million addition adding 50,000 square feet of space that, when coupled with a pedestrian bridge over the Shoreway, will only add to the draw of the North Coast and the connectivity to the city beyond.
This expansion is going to carry us into the future. It's going to serve us well for the next 14 million visitors, and we're excited to be doing it.
In Cleveland, John Kosick, News 5.
For those wondering, the next class of Hall of Famers will be inducted into the Rock Hall on November 3rd. Rock.